Hi, I'm David Bouchard speaking to you from my shack. I'm from Saskatchewan. If I were a younger man, I'd probably call it a man cave, but this is a shack. My shack in beautiful Victoria, on the lands, unceded lands of the Songhees and the Kwakwakwa peoples. And I'm thrilled to be able to introduce you to my friend and partner of 20 years, Chris Patrick, who's as I speak in North Vancouver.
Thanks, David, and I'd like to take the opportunity to thank both the Squamish and the Tsleil-Waututh people for allowing us to use their lands here in North Vancouver. As David said, we've worked together for 20 years. If you've seen David in public doing one of his presentations, I was in the background trying to put things together. I got him there. I talked to the people that arranged it. We made it all happen. He's the star, and I'm the manager. So we're coming today to talk to you because we're in uncharted waters. We've never been in a situation like this before. The pandemic has caused us to rethink, and we're delighted that it's caused us to rethink because we think it's caused us to rethink for the better. In the last 20 years, we've had a significant carbon footprint as David has traipsed across the country and the world to Toronto, Calgary, Edmonton, Winnipeg, Nova Scotia, India, England, the States. It's time to relook at that, and this current situation has forced us to reevaluate ourselves. So what we'd
We
like
would
to
have
do,
probably, we would have probably gone there anyway, wouldn't we, Chris? We could see what was going on, and I think we would have changed with the new technologies. And I think of our understanding of Mother Earth, I think we would have changed. We were headed there anyway, but the pandemic has certainly pushed us a little quicker than we otherwise might have gone.
I think you're right. I think lots of good stuff is going to come out of this current situation. So what we'd like to do right now is David's going to spend a few minutes just telling you where it is that we think we can go and what we can bring to your school, to your administration, or to your conference. So without any further ado, I will put it back to David.
Okay, thanks, Chris. Okay, friends, I don't know that you've met me before, worked with me before, but in a nutshell, I was a teacher and an educator for 28 years, and then I started to write. At this point in my life, I have a large body of work, and I'm not a novelist because I'm severely dyslexic. So most of the work that I do is accessible to anyone. I worked on all kinds of programs, predominantly Indigenous books as of late, but my focus has always been on reading and allowing kids to become readers. I have two sons who don't read, and it's my fault. I have a daughter who's a voracious reader, and I take some credit for that as well. So, if I can, very, very quickly, my message for kids is about stories and the gift of reading. My message for kids is about the wonders of our Indigenous heritage and values. My message for kids always relates to mental health. I always bring it up because it's that relevant in their lives, and they should know it's as real as a broken arm. So I focus with students of all ages, from preschool to through to university. And I've done many things like this through Skype and whatnot. And it's just a wonderful medium where kids can see me and I can see them. But our attempt now is going to be to reach out to more people and do this more often than not. I also worked a ton with parents. Parents deserve to know what it takes for a child to become a reader. And I've been told when I was a young parent, I know that I would have done a better job in that. I didn't know. Parents deserve to have someone come in and say, folks, you've got to listen to me real carefully. Your children can become readers. They need time, they need a hero, and they need the right kind of books. They deserve that. And I've shared that message with tens of thousands of parents over the last 20 years. I hope to be able to keep doing that, only this time this way. And then, of course, finally, teachers and administrators, we're not trained to recognize mental health related issues or to handle them. We are not taught about the value and how to teach reading because it's our responsibility, all of us, regardless of what you teach. It's your responsibility to help these kids gain that one gift, that one tool that they need to succeed not only in school, but to become fuller people. So I've got messages for kids, teachers, parents, and I've been sharing for the past 20 years. And today, we know we're going to have to do things differently. So if you're out there listening to me now, please check out our website where it says webinar, and you'll see that we hope to be able to relate to you through Zoom and Skype and through Google and come to understand some of the many things that I've learned over a long life of teaching, reading, writing. That's it.
That,
So
that's
thank you
perfect.
very much for being here, Chris.
That's just perfect. Thanks, David. So David's touched on the platform of Zoom and FaceTime, et cetera. There are so many different ways that David can come
Yeah.
into your classroom or come to your conference or come to your parent meeting or your teachers meetings. And it doesn't need to be impersonal by any means. You can see how this conversation between he and I, it's wonderful. It's like we're in the same room because for all intents and purposes we are. I don't think there's any loss of personal aspect to the presentation. You can have it that he can be speaking to a whole group of children at one time, or a whole group of parents, or he can do it from their home with different platforms. So all sorts of wonderful opportunities.
And that's evolving day by day too, isn't it, Chris? I mean, we don't know how schools will react to Zoom or to Skype, and it's so true. I've done school assemblies before where you just have me talking to you like this, and you pop it up on a big screen. And likewise, I've had individual classrooms, so it's changing, and it's just so very exciting, absolutely exciting that I could be sitting near my shack, you in your office, and that we can be doing this.
I know. Can you imagine for a school? I mean, with different provinces, they're doing different things right now. Obviously, there's no such thing as consistency anywhere. Here in British Columbia, the schools are opening on June 1st, and students have the option to attend or not attend, and they'll be there 2 days a week, and there'll be virtual presentations on Friday. So something like this is magic. You can have David come to your classroom for half an hour, and all of the kids are sitting around watching, or you can have them come to every kid's home through an option like Zoom or platforms that you use. So
and of course, the fun thing is that we can individualize these things. The teacher can say, listen, Dave, we just finished reading your book, I Am Raven. We wanted to talk to you about it. We wanted to share our writings with you. And all of a sudden, I get to hear these children sharing what they believe and what they've written. And it's just super, super cool.
And one of the nicest things for schools and teachers and presentations is this is far more affordable. You're not paying helping to pay travel costs and accommodation and everything else. So it's much more affordable. As David said, sorry, please.
And if you'll allow me, Chris, ça se fait aussi facilement en français qu'en anglais. Vous entendez, je pense à ce quoi. Donc, pour moi, de partager ce que j'ai appris, mes enseignements, aussi facilement en français qu'en anglais. Puis je sais qu'on a des écoles francophones, des écoles d'immersion, des écoles en Europe. Donc, je suis là dans les deux langues.
Perfect. And I understood every word. I did. So David's presentations, as he talked about, I mean, when we started first working together, David did not know his Indigenous background. He did not know his Métis 25 years ago. And our first and foremost lesson was always literacy, getting kids to embrace reading. And then when he found that he was Métis, and you'll hear the story of that if you have never talked to him, when he found he was Métis, suddenly his focus also took on an Indigenous side. And so to say that he covers everything is an understatement. And we'd love to work together. You're on David's website because you're in his YouTube station. All you need to do is go up to the top of his website and click on the banner that says webinar, or click on the banner that says speaking. You can get a hold of me that way. You can see the fees. It's all a new world, and we hope you join us in this new world.
You bet. And the next time we meet, I hopefully will have had a haircut.
Yes, it's a little embarrassing.
I know this is 3 months without a haircut.
Mine's scheduled for June 9th, so I'm looking forward to that.
Chris, you have no hair.
On that note, we're going to say goodbye and thank you.
Okay, and thank you to everyone for listening. We look forward to maybe hooking up with you later.
Call me. Thanks. Bye-bye.